Hi everyone and welcome to Creative Cakes by Sharon. Today I'm creating a cake topper of Niall from One Direction. Guys, make sure you subscribe to my channel so you can see how to create Harry, Louis, Liam and Zayn, as well as many other creative cakes. So let's get started. I have of course here my template of Niall, and you can get a copy of this in the description box below. I've got my fondant roller, I've got about 250 grams of gum paste, I've got a pair of scissors, my X-Acto blade, a black edible marker, as well as a sheet of wax paper and 2 lengths of wires, and they're about 8 inches long each. So the first thing I need to do is roll out my gum paste to about 5 millimeters thick. If you've seen any of the other tutorials on the One Direction members, you'll know that all of the steps are very similar in each cake topper. So once I've rolled out the gum paste to just large enough to fit my template on, I'm going to grab my X-Acto blade and cut all the way around the edge of the template. I want to make sure that the bottom cut is nice and straight, as this is going to be the edge that's going to either stand up in front of my cake or on top of my cake. So take a little bit of care in cutting out around the template, because I want to cut out around all the details as best as I can. Now I'm going to carefully lift up my gum paste and place it on top of my sheet of wax paper. It's a good idea to smooth out the edges while the gum paste is still soft, so I'm just going to take a minute to go over all of the edges and make sure it's nice and smooth. Now using the 2 wires, I'm going to gently insert them into the gum paste from the bottom of the cake topper. As I push the wires into the gum paste, I can feel them under my other hand, which is resting gently on top and acting as a guide, so I'll know when I've reached about 3/4 of the way into the cake topper. After inserting both pieces of wire, I've left a few little fingerprints on top of the gum paste, so using my fondant roller, I'm just going to use a little bit of light pressure to smooth out the surface. And then keep my topper aside for at least 24 hours to dry nice and hard. Now that the gum paste is nice and firm to the touch, we're going to start adding the details using the edible black marker. So the first thing I need to do is cut out the black section of my template. So I'm going to start from the bottom, and I need to follow the black line all the way until it ends. So in Niall's case, it takes us right around the whole of his face. So I'm going to start at the neck, work under the chin, go around his lips, his nose, his eyes, over the top of his brow, and down the side of his ears. Sometimes it can be a little bit tricky to cut in amongst all of these details, but just keep maneuvering your paper around and work slowly so that you cut out all of the details. Now my template is in 2 pieces, and I've just positioned the white part of the template onto the gum paste carefully, matching up the edges, and using the black edible marker I'm going to outline all of the edges that I just removed. While I'm tracing around the edge, it's important that I use my other hand to hold down the template as I move along. Now I'm going to carefully cut out this white section under his right eye. So starting from the edge, I'm just going to cut into the template and cut that white section out. Then carefully repositioning the template onto the gum paste, I'm going to trace around that section as well. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the little bit of white area that's above his eye, as well as some of the white sections in his hair. And then moving along to the other side of the template and cutting out the black section of his eye, then repositioning the template onto the gum paste and colouring in that black section of the eye. Hopefully by now you've got the idea of how to create this cake topper. So once you've finished outlining all the areas that we need to, use the black edible marker to colour in all the remaining black sections of the cake topper. And you can see how impressive and how quickly this cake topper starts to look exactly like Niall from One Direction. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, don't forget to give it a like and share it with your friends. I love to get your feedback, so leave me a comment in the section below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more creative cake tutorials. And as always, thanks for watching.